In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint this gnome using the Kimple Intense Translucent items. Step one is to prime and base coat your piece. I primed it with Kimple's primer. I love their primer. But if you don't have that, you can use any kind of acrylic sealer. I got this at my local craft store. And then you want to base coat it in an acrylic white, so that's nice and bright. And any acrylic white will do. I don't have a preference for my acrylic colors. So that's step one. So using Kimple's walnut, you're going to antique everything except the hat. And with Kimple colors, you just want to slop it on. It's never the painting on that, it's the pulling back that always leaves the pretty effect. So in this stage here, just slop it on, and the main thing is you just want to make sure that you've covered up all the white spots. Make sure there's no white in any of the little crevices. So just slop it on. Like I said, up, not the hat. You don't have to be really careful. I have a product that's going to help us pull back. If you, I don't know if you can see, but I mean, you don't have to be really careful. Like I said, I have a product that's going to help us pull it back and clean it up. This is what it looks like, fully antiqued with Kimple's walnut. Now, taking your rag, don't ever use a paper towel. Paper towels are way too rough, so I just have a cotton rag. I'm going to use another cotton rag to hold the head, just so it stays clean. And just start rubbing back. So this is what it looks like pulled back, and around the eye I'm going to use a Q-tip just to help pull that back a little bit more. I want his coat here to be nice and bright, so I'm going to use Kimple's Antiquing Media to help pull that back. And so I just have some of it in a glass here, and just using my paintbrush. I'm using the same brush, but I am cleaning it out as best I can. And then I'm just going to brush it on. And then taking your rag, just pull that back. I'm going to try putting some of it directly on my rag and then see if that will work too. And yeah, that works. And then switch to a clean part of your rag. Keep switching to a clean part. So this is what it looks like pulled back. So I use that Kimple product on the shell because I want that nice and white, and on his coat, and then on the sandals. Next we're going to do the face, and so using Kimple's Angel Flesh, a clean brush, one that kind of fits the area, and then paint it on full strength. And as best you can, maybe just try to catch the edges, so at a strong angle, like scraping a peanut butter jar. Just catch the edges on his face. So this is what it looks like painted on. Taking your rag, clean spot, just gently wipe that back. And then do the same thing to his legs and feet and this little tummy area here. And you can use a Q-tip for the smaller areas. And as you're going over one color over the next, if you happen to get some in a little crevice in the dark areas, just use a Q-tip and just gently pull it back, and then it'll reveal that dark color that was underneath. For the shorts, I'm going to do that in Kimple's Topaz, using a clean brush. Just rub it on. Next, using your rag, clean spot on your rag, just gently pull that back. Okay, this is what it looks like painted full strength, using a clean part of your rag. Start gently pulling back, maybe just small circular motion. For his sandals, I did full strength in that Kimple's Tangerine. To pull back though, you're going to want to use a Q-tip because it's too small of an area. And you can even kind of rough up your Q-tip just to soften it. And then just real gently just pull that back. For the shell, I'm going to do that same tangerine color. So this is what the shell looks like. I pulled it back, I guess almost to the white. I just want a hint of orange because I'm going to use a pearlizing medium on it. And so using a clean brush, paint it on, and then leave the dark areas alone. Only put it on, and you can again, like scraping a peanut butter jar, just kind of catch the edges. You can do several coats of it. For the hat, using Kimple's Sunshine Yellow, paint it on full strength. And using a rag, clean spot, just gently start pulling this back. And on the edges you can switch over to a Q-tip. For the beard, you're going to use an acrylic white and a very flat brush, the flattest brush you have. Just take some of the acrylic and then just rub it back and forth, and this just again helps flatten it out even more, and then remove some of the excess paint. And then at a very strong angle, like scraping a peanut butter jar, you're just going to catch the edges. And then reload your brush, and then just repeat this until you get it a nice white. This is what the beard looks like. So I went over it in several coats of the white, and then after that I went over it in a pearlizing medium. This is what the finished gnome looks like. For the eyes, watch my video on how to paint eyes. I do all my eyes the same, and this item is a little bit smaller and it's just too hard to do on camera. So I'll show you a close-up picture of it, and that's the best I can do. Like I said, just watch my video and hopefully that helps you out.